Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. During today's video, I will be showing y'all how to do this really easy color block design. I'll also be playing with Revel Nail's latest collection launch, and this is Rocket. This is what it looks like when it is cold, and it also glows in the dark. It is so bright and so much fun, and I of course will be sharing where I will be moving, so let's go dive in. So I'll be using Rocket and Finale. Finale is a really beautiful foil dip, that red, white, and blue, and silver. And then the star of the show for me is Rocket. This is her hot, this is it cold, this is glowing in the dark, and here's the in-between transition. My nails are prepped, they are ready. I do have peel base on, so if you want longevity, skip the peel base. I just do that so I can pop my nails off in a few days. I'll also be using Revel Nails liquids and we can get started. So I decided to go ahead and just pour over all of my layers just because when I'm doing the color block design, I do pour it over. So I want the color to be consistent and my layers. But without further ado, I am not gonna make y'all wait. I'm gonna share the exciting news. So drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We are moving to Maryland, and some of y'all guessed it. So major props to you guys if you guessed Maryland. It was absolutely a 1 in 50 shot of what you were gonna guess. Love the strategy some of y'all came up with. You were Googling where Coast Guard bases are, which I thought was very clever. A lot of you guys actually guessed Virginia. So fun fact, we have been stationed in Virginia, particularly Portsmouth, Virginia, and that is where my oldest daughter was born. I really enjoyed Virginia's weather, that it actually had real seasons, that the holidays felt like holidays. So I am so excited to experience that again in Maryland. I'm hoping that we get some snow, not too much, but just enough that the girls can experience it. Kinsley has never seen snow. Paisley has, but she doesn't remember it. So there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, especially the weather, the seasons, the holidays, all of those things I am very excited about. But of course, I am so sad to be moving so far away from family again, and of course the beaches and the amusement parks, but I am thrilled to finally get to have some seasons again. I just want to say thank you guys for all of the amazing and supportive and kind and loving comments that you guys left on my last video. I was absolutely blown away by all of the support and everybody just reassuring me that everything's going to be okay and it's okay to feel what I'm feeling. And I was just honestly just speechless. I have read every single comment. I am still getting through to responding to all of them, but I was blown away by all of the love and support, and I cannot say thank you guys enough. I'm going to go ahead and clear encapsulate these solid color nails before I start on the color blocking because I don't want to get any of that foil or glitter onto these solid shades. So I'm going to do another full layer and then pour the clear dip powder over top. I will be responding to the winners on the last video to let them know that they won. I will also share a community post so you guys can see. I decided to go ahead and also select a comment who picked the correct state. So I did go ahead and do 3 winners. So be on the lookout. Make sure you respond to my comment so I can reach you and you can pick out your colors if you did win. All right, we're just gonna scrub off the clear dip powder and now we get to start on the color blocking. So I'm going to do some freehand color blocking. I'm going to start my brush right here and drag it across this nail. I like to do them in sections, so I'm going to do one shade first, and then that way I can crispen up the line before moving on to doing the other shade. So with my thumb, I'm holding my skin back and guiding the brush across the nail. That is how quick and simple it is. I pour the powder over top. Obviously, I poured way too much, just tapping off the excess, and then with my cuticle pusher, I use that sharp flat edge to just gently make sure that I have a nice even straight line and nothing is over top or kind of sticking out outside of where I want it. Once it's dry, I dust everything off and then I grab my Pro Base and I go right back over that same section. Then I pour the powder over top and then tap it off. I use my cuticle pusher to just crispen up that line, just tapping down any foils, making sure everything is laying flat. I follow those same steps for this nail. I accidentally made it a little bit too small, so for my second layer, I am going to make the line a little wider. I just make sure everything's laying flat. I just crispen up that line, and once it's dry, I dust it off. So I'm going to fix this nail and make that line a little wider with my Pro Base and then pour the powder over top, and you'll see it's no big deal. You can't even tell, and it matches my index finger a lot better now. So I'm just going to crispen up that line, gently tap everything back down, and dust it off when it's dry. So I start my liquid right up at my cuticle area, and then I pull the excess down on my sidewall. I make sure the liquid touches all the way up to where that foil line is, but not overlapping, and then I pull all of the excess down again on the other sidewall. Then I like to pour the powder over top. I let it sit there and absorb into the liquid for a second before tapping it off. For my second layer of color, I follow those same steps. So I just put the liquid right up at my cuticle area, making sure I do not get it on my skin, dragging the excess down on the sides, and then making the brush go right up to where that foil section is without overlapping. Then I pull the excess liquid down on the other side, so this side wall, and pour the powder over top. It's important to remember to get all the way over to those sidewall areas and that there's no bare liquid exposed and everything is fully covered. Once it's dry, I dust everything off. So here it is, and now we're going to do those same steps on my middle finger. So it's important when you do color blocking to really let those sections dry. So for example, on this design, if I were to try to pour Rocket over top and that finale area, so that foil section on my tip isn't dry, then the Rocket shade is going to stick to that area where the liquid is still tacky and contaminated or color over top of it. So it is important to make sure each section is fully dried before you go pour over into another area. The reason I like to pour over for these types of color block designs is because if I were to dip my nail into the powder for finale, so that tip of my nail, it could move the product. So I might not have as crisp of a line, it could ripple. There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you go to dip your nail into the powder when you're trying to get those really crisp, sharp line edge designs. So it's just my preferred method to pour the powder over top. And as you can tell, my fingers are cold right now because of the shade of Rocket. It was kind of fun to watch this video back because I could see the color actually changing on my nails as I got cold. And you're gonna see here at the end when I go to do top coat, just watch and see what the top coat does to it. It's pretty cool to see. All right, now it's time to clear coat them. So I'm gonna do a full layer of my base liquid across the entire nail, then pour the clear dip powder over top. This will protect it when we go to file, shape, and buff. Once it's dry, I dust everything off. Now it's time to activate, so I'm going to apply a very generous layer of this to all of the solid color nails first. Then I'm going to let it dry for 2 minutes, file, shape, and buff off camera, and I'll see y'all in just a sec. All right, I am all done getting these babies into shape, so we're gonna do another layer of activator. Once I'm done applying activator to all of the nails, I'm gonna let it dry for 2 minutes before doing top coat. So for my first layer, I do 3 quick strokes on the nail, and this is where it was really cool to see that chemical reaction make it heat up, and you'll see that white pop on my nails. Rocket, y'all, is probably my favorite out of the entire collection, which I think is saying a lot when all of the others are glitter, but this solid shade is just so much fun. So for my second layer, I'm more detailed, more precise, making sure I get all the way to the sidewalls and really capping off my free edge area. Please feel free to give me all of the tips and tricks if you are from Maryland, if you know anything about Maryland. I am very excited to explore and find all of the new fun things. I'm looking forward to You Pick Farms, so where you get to go pick your own strawberries. I loved to do that in Virginia, so I'm excited to do that again. Of course, like I mentioned, the seasons. The house that we're renting has a fireplace, and I have never lived in a house with a fireplace, so I'm excited for that. It's the little simple things, y'all. That's what I'm excited for. So since my nails are obviously cold, I grabbed a bowl of hot water so you guys could see how fast and how beautiful it changes to this blush shade. It's almost like Erica's cousin. So it goes from this beautiful light white pink blush shade to that red pinkish shade that you saw for most of the video. And then of course we can't forget that gorgeous blue glow. Thank you guys again for all of the thoughtful and kind comments on my last video. Everyone has been so supportive and so amazing. Y'all are absolutely the best, and I truly appreciate every single person who wished us well. Thank you guys again for coming and hanging out with me today, and I will see y'all in the next video.